The cafe tilde copyright overlooked the harbor, all glass windows and gentle morning light. Sarah Martinez, 32, stood at the entrance in her red dress, her 3-year-old daughter Lily balanced on her hip. The little girl wore a matching red outfit, a pink bow in her soft curls. Sarah's hands trembled slightly. She'd been honest in her dating profile, a single mother, package deal, no apologies. But honesty on a screen and honesty in person were different things. Most men smiled politely, finished their coffee quickly, and never called again. She spotted him at a corner table. Daniel Cooper, 35, in a dark blue shirt that matched his eyes. He looked up, saw them both, and something crossed his face. Here it comes, Sarah thought. The disappointment, the polite exit. But Daniel stood, walked over, and smiled not at Sarah, but at Lily. "Hello there," he said gently. "That's a very beautiful bow." Lily, usually shy, touched her bow and grinned. Pink is an excellent choice," Daniel said seriously, as if discussing something important. Sarah felt her defenses soften slightly. "I hope you don't mind. My babysitter cancelled last minute. I should have called ahead." "Mind?" Daniel pulled out a chair. "I'm glad you came, both of you." He disappeared briefly, returning with a small plate of cookies and a cup of warm milk. "They have the good kind here, no raisins pretending to be chocolate chips." Lily giggled. Sarah stared. Most dates barely acknowledged Lily's existence. They sat. Daniel didn't launch into the usual first date questions about careers and hobbies. Instead, he folded a napkin into a simple boat, which delighted Lily. He asked Sarah about her daughter's favorite stories, her bedtime routines, the little things that filled their days. "You're good with children," Sarah observed, relaxing despite herself. Daniel's smile changed, became something deeper. "I should be. I have a son, Mason. He's 5. Sarah's coffee cup paused halfway to her lips. "You have a son?" "I do. He's with his grandmother this morning. Every Saturday, they have their special pancake tradition." Daniel leaned forward. "I'm a single father, Sarah. Have been for 3 years." Mason's mother. She decided motherhood wasn't for her. Just left one day, signed away her rights and moved to another state. The pain in his voice was old but still present, like a scar that had healed but remained visible. "I'm so sorry," Sarah said softly. "Don't be. Mason and I, we're a team. We figured it out." Daniel watched Lily carefully stack sugar packets. "But dating has been complicated. Women say they're okay with it, but when they realize it's not just occasional weekends, that he's my whole life, they disappear." Sarah felt tears prick her eyes. She knew that story. She'd lived the other version of it. "Lily's father didn't want to be a father," she said quietly. "When I told him I was pregnant, he said I was ruining his life. He hasn't met her, not once. Sends money because the court makes him, but that's all." Daniel's jaw tightened. "His loss." "That's what my mother says." "Your mother is right." Daniel helped Lily reach a cookie. "Being a parent is hard. Being a single parent is harder. But these little people, they're the best thing that ever happened to us. Anyone who can't see that doesn't deserve to be part of their lives." Lily reached for Daniel's coffee cup, curious. He gently redirected her to her milk. "That one's too bitter for you, sweetheart. Trust me." The easy way he did it, without frustration or annoyance, made Sarah's chest ache. This was what she'd hoped for. Someone who understood that loving her meant loving Lily too. That they were a package, inseparable, non-negotiable. "Would you?" Sarah hesitated. "Would you like to have a proper playdate sometime? You and Mason, me and Lily? There's a park near my apartment with a good playground." Daniel's face lit up. "Mason would love that. He's been asking me about making new friends. He gets lonely sometimes, being an only child." "Lily too," Sarah admitted. "Daycare helps, but it's not the same as having someone who really gets it." They talked for another hour, not about jobs or ambitions or impressive accomplishments, about bedtime battles and favorite cartoons and the terror of toddler grocery store meltdowns. They laughed about the impossible negotiations over vegetables and the mystery of why children found the word no so fascinating. When Lily started getting restless, Daniel stood immediately. "Let me walk you both out." At Sarah's car, while she buckled Lily into her seat, Daniel leaned against the door. "I have to be honest about something." Sarah's heart sank. Here it was, the reason this couldn't work. "I saw your profile 3 weeks ago," Daniel continued. "I didn't message you right away because I was scared. Scared of getting hurt again. Scared of Mason getting attached to someone who'd leave. But then I thought, what if I miss something real because I'm too afraid to try?" He met her eyes. "I'm still scared, Sarah, but I'm glad I found the courage. I'm really glad." Sarah felt warmth spread through her chest. "I'm scared too. Every time I put myself out there, I'm terrified someone will make Lily feel like she's a burden, like she's the reason I'm not good enough." "Then we'll be scared together," Daniel said simply, "and we'll protect them together, Mason and Lily. We'll make sure they know they're not burdens, they're blessings." Lily called from her car seat. "Mama, friend." "Yes, baby." "Mama's friend." "My friend too?" Daniel crouched by the car door. "I hope so, Lily. I really hope so." The playdate happened 2 days later. Mason, a serious 5-year-old with Daniel's eyes and a gentle manner, immediately took Lily under his wing. He helped her climb the jungle gym, patiently showed her how to pump her legs on the swing, and shared his snacks without being asked. "He's wonderful," Sarah told Daniel as they watched from a bench. "He's had to grow up a little fast," Daniel admitted, "but he's got a good heart." Sarah reached for his hand. He took it, their fingers intertwining naturally. "This feels strange." "Good strange." "Yeah," Daniel agreed, "like maybe we don't have to do everything alone anymore." Over the following months, they built something neither had expected. Not a fairy tale romance, but something better, a partnership. They took turns with childcare when one had to work late. They celebrated small victories, like Mason learning to tie his shoes and Lily finally agreeing that broccoli wasn't poison. They had hard days too, days when the exhaustion felt crushing, when money was tight, when the loneliness of single parenthood echoed even in company. But they faced those days together, with honesty and grace. One evening, 6 months after that first coffee date, they sat on Daniel's couch while both children slept. Lily had started calling Daniel Mr. Dan. Mason called Sarah Miss Sarah with the formal sweetness of a well-mannered child. "Do you think they're ready?" Sarah asked. "For us to be more than friends? For this to be real?" Daniel pulled her close. "I think it's already real. It has been since you walked into that cafe tilde copyright with Lily on your hip. Brave enough to be exactly who you are. I was so scared you'd see her as a problem." "I saw her as proof," Daniel said quietly. "Proof that you're someone who shows up, who commits, who loves with everything you have. Those are the things that matter." Sarah kissed him gently. "Mason is lucky to have you." "We're all lucky," Daniel corrected, "to have found each other." In the other room, Lily called out from a dream. Sarah started to rise, but Daniel stood first. "I've got her." She watched him go, this man who shows them both, who understood that love wasn't about convenience but about commitment, who knew that the best families weren't the ones that looked perfect on the surface, but the ones that showed up for each other, day after day, with honest hearts. Sometimes the right person isn't the one who fits into your life easily. Sometimes it's the one who understands that life is complicated, messy, and full of small people who need patient love. The one who doesn't ask you to choose between them and your child, because they're wise enough to know that real love multiplies, it never divides. And sometimes, a blind date with a toddler in tow doesn't end in disappointment. Sometimes, it ends in hope.